Oh, hi. Are you, uh, are you here for the speed dating? Oh, I see. Well, I guess I am too. Though, I'm not really too sure how I got here, or how long I've been here. The last thing I remember is being in some sort of office. Couldn't tell you why. Say, have you seen a green duck-like thing and a small yellow guy? The duck wears a suit, and the yellow one has funny blue hair and beady little eyes. Well, if you see them, please let me know. Are they my friends? Well, no, not really. We just sort of exist in the same house and end up in strange places together from time to time. It would just be nice to know that they're safe. So, how do we know when the date starts? Is it a sort of mutual agreement, or did it start as soon as you sat down? Well, how about we just count it off? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Date start. Well, now what? It's kind of embarrassing to admit, but I've never been on a date before. I'm not really sure what's supposed to happen now. Oh wait, look here. We've got a list for successful date protocol. Says here, step 1. Greet your date with a kind hello. Hello. And pay them a compliment. Your face is very, face-like. Yeah. And your hair is quite, hairy. Okay, I think that's good. Your turn. Oh, you're too kind. Okay. Next here it says, ask your date questions and get to know them better. Oh, and it has some sample questions here. First question, what's your blood type? Oh, I like that letter. What's my blood type? I'm not sure. Let me check. Tastes like O negative, but I'm not positive. Next question says, what do you do for work? Neat. Wish I did that. I can't seem to remember what I do for work. Maybe I was one of those guys that spends all day with the sad ones. A what? A therapist? Never heard of it. You know, whatever my job was, I bet it was really important and well respected. Yeah, that sounds like me. You know what? You actually look somewhat familiar. Have we met before? I feel like I've already asked you loads of questions before somehow. Maybe it was somewhere else. Or maybe it was here, at this very table. Do you ever feel like you're living the same moment at different times, over and over, in many different places at once? I feel that way sometimes. Right now being one of them. Heh, it's probably just nerves. This being my first date and all. So, what are your hobbies? Like, what do you do when you're not sitting here, looking at me? Oh, I see. Sounds riveting. What do I do when I'm not here, sitting looking at you? Well, I usually just spend my time with the guys. Those two I mentioned earlier. I wonder how their dates are going. If they even manage to get any. Those two can be a bit much sometimes. But we're a trio, so we stick together whether I like it or not. Speaking of sets of numbers, what's your favorite number? Don't worry, I won't judge. Unless it's 47. My favorite number is 2, because it's the exact amount of eyes I have. See? Speaking of eyes, do you ever feel like you're being watched? No? Huh. I do. How about feeling like the things you're saying or doing aren't actually your own? Maybe orchestrated by some guy who hasn't showered in 2 days, but can actually clean up pretty nice when he decides to shower and shave that patchy facial hair of his. Say, can you grow a mustache? Do you have one already? Sorry, I can't tell because I suffer from mustachial perception dysfunction disorder. It's a severely understudied affliction, but there are dozens of us. I'm sure if you do have a mustache, it's gorgeous. I think I'd look quite good with one, don't you? You really are the perceptive type, aren't you? If someone replaced all your furniture with identical furniture, do you think you'd notice? You're right. The smell would give it away. Okay, I think we've covered the basics. I'm gonna go ahead and ask some bonus questions. If you could only eat one shape of food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Really? Needs more sides, I think. If you had to choose between never blinking again or sneezing once every 3 minutes for the rest of your life, which would you pick? Bold choice. Personally, I'd go for the sneezing. Builds character. Do you believe in fate? Or do you think life is just a series of random events that we're along for? I often feel as if I have no real agency in my life. I just try and live day by day, surviving, but really, I'd love to do nothing all day. Living life as if it was nothing day, every day. What a dream. Oh, here's another classic first date question. Which one of your hairs is your favorite? Nice. That is a good one. My favorite hair of yours is that one, right there. No, not that one. A little more to the left. Too far. Back a few millimeters. Yes, that's the one. A real beauty that one is. Catches the light quite nicely. Do you have any recurring nightmares? I see. Well, try not to think about it while falling asleep tonight. Or it might happen. Who knows? Maybe you'll fall asleep funny and get stuck in it for ages. I have this recurring dream where my teeth are falling right out of my head. I have this recurring dream where my teeth are falling right out of my head. Well, of course I have teeth, silly. How else would I consume flesh for sustenance? Can I show you? Ha! Cheeky, aren't we? I don't show teeth until the third date, you naughty. We can't all be as confident as you, displaying our teeth to the world as if no one's watching. I do admire your bravery. Oh, here's a good one. What's your biggest fear? Huh. I see. Mine is being forced to live forever. I think I'll be quite good at being dead someday. The duck-like one died once. He forgot to drink water. Ha! Which is funny, because I think I'm meant to die in the lake. I think I drown. At least, that's what my file said. Yeah, you know, your file. It's big, and it talks to you and tells you about your identity. Oh, you don't have one of those. That's strange. How are you meant to know who you truly are if you don't have someone to spell it out for you? You just have to live your life and figure it out on your own. Gee, sounds difficult and scary. Good luck with that. Speaking of luck, what's the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you? Oh wow, yeah, that is pretty lucky. You know, I was going to say my luckiest thing ever was when I found exactly one chuddy dollop at the bottom of the bag after I thought the bag was empty. But now, I think my luckiest thing might be having you as my speed date partner. I really am quite enjoying your company. It's refreshing after spending all that time with only those two, the yellow and green one, that is. Anyway, this has been nice, I think. But our time is almost up. That is, if time even works the way I think it does. Never did like clocks the same way after I had a run-in with this one wacko. Real waste of time that was. Well, thanks for sitting with me. I'd say let's do this again, but I have a feeling it's not up to me. See you around.